everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft FTB server. Yeah, guys, welcome back. Big A. So, last episode, we were working with the rotary craft stuff. We were trying to upgrade our magnetostatic engine to the different tiers, and we ended off where I was trying to get the tier 2 upgrade to be magnetized like 720 micro Teslas, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. And between last episode and now, we have got that completed. It looks like I had a little bit of frame rate lag there for a second. So let's see. We have our converter tier 2 upgrade magnetized to 779 microteslas. Hopefully going over the 720 isn't bad. But I haven't tried this yet, so hopefully we can just right-click this on my engine that is in my inventory. And let's put that down. Bink. Okay, so this guy... Let's go and bump this up all the way as far as we can go. So it goes up to 512, and we got power, and it's humming. So let's go and throw this guy on there. Would this work? Oh, look at that. Now it says consuming 12. It did say consuming 3 a minute ago. So now we can bump this guy up to 1,024 rad per second. That's awesome. Okay, so next step, I think we needed to look at how to make the tier 3. So this guy right here... Click it. Right, so this required a whole bunch of random stuff. So we can do this with either shaped crafting or with the work table. So HSLA steel we know how to do, and the gold coil we know how to do. We had to make those before, but we are introduced to a new item called an inductive ingot. So this is the next thing we have to do, and it looks like we have to make a pulse jet furnace. I assume this is going to be using some kind of a jet fuel or something along those lines. I don't know what this blue is. So it looks like we need an inductive metal blend. How do we make that? So that is gold dust and redstone makes 2 of those. Okay. And then one of those makes one of those, and we need a total of 4. So, I don't think that it's going to be too difficult. Do we have gold dust? Look at this. We have plenty of gold dust. We have plenty of pulverized gold, I should say. Redstone. Let's just go ahead and make a stack of this, and we'll end up with 2 stacks of that other stuff. Shift click that. Right, so now we got 2 stacks of this inductive metal blend. So, let's look at this once again. So we need to make a pulse jet furnace in order to do this. So let's look up how to make a pulse jet furnace. Hold shift for power data. Minimum speed, 131 k rad per second. Right, so this doesn't look like it's going to be too hard. Liquid pipe, I've never made one of these before, so that is HSLA and glass, right? Some obsidian, a diffuser, which is HSLA, compressor, HSLA around a steel gear, yep, we've made that before, I'm pretty sure. Combustor, ooh, okay, so more steel, another redstone, and an ignition unit, which is gold, redstone, and more steel, or electrum, okay. That doesn't seem too difficult. And base plates. All right. So a lot of stuff to go in here. A lot of crafting to do. Let me go ahead. I'm going to make a few recipes just so we can auto-craft that through Applied Energistics. Same with this. And probably this combustor, even though we might not ever need to make another one of those. But yeah, let me go ahead and make some patterns for that. Craft that up, and we'll be right back, guys. All right. So that crafting's out of the way. Here we go. Here is a pulse jet furnace where it looks like the tooltips goes behind the items. That's kind of weird. All right, so a pulse gen furnace. Awesome. Generally with these things, if you look at them, there's like a little instruction manual. Aha, so here we go. Let's look at the info. So the pulse jet is a powerful furnace. While it will not smelt the ordinary recipes, it will melt obsidian into glass that is immune to TNT, melt armor and tools back into ingots, and make steel more efficiently than a standard furnace. It will get very hot and will ignite nearby flammable materials. Gotta keep that in mind. Keeping it cold with water is a necessity. While there is no minimum power requirement, the jet requires high shaft speed. The pulse jet consumes jet fuel to operate. Alright, so we have to make jet fuel. And a rather large amount of it. This machine receives power from below. Okay. So we have the power from below, give it some jet fuel, give it some water to cool it down, and it will ignite things nearby, so we don't want anything wooden next to it. I think we should be pretty well safe in here. There's really nothing flammable in this area. So power from below. So I don't know exactly how to get this thing power from below. I assume we have to use some kind of a thing to get power that goes from the side to up or something. I know there's a bunch of different types of gears and things inside RotaryCraft. RotaryCraft. Let's see. One of those things I was thinking about, if I can find it in here, there's just so many things in this mod. It is very, very difficult to figure out. Yeah, like one of these bevel gears, shaft junction. I think this is what I'm talking about. I think this guy will take an input from a side and change it to like a top face or something. So we might have to use one of these to actually power this thing from below. So let me go ahead and mess around with making one of these. Actually, you know what? Let's hold on. Let's also look at how to make jet fuel. So jet fuel buckets. So we need a fractionation unit. Fractionation unit. So we need blaze powder, coal, tar sand, netherrack dust, ethanol crystals, which we already have, and a gas tier. So how do you make a fractionation unit? Aha. So this is a fuel line, which is obsidian and glass. A mixer, which is also probably a whole bunch of more HSLA. Yeah, just nothing but HSLA to make that stuff. Base panel. Okay, let me make a fractionation unit. And we'll also make a shaft junction. Doesn't look like it's too hard, just a lot of that steel that goes into this stuff. Let me go and make both of those items, and we'll be right back. So I got that other crafting out of the way now. Now we have these bevel gears. It's time to figure out how this works. So I've moved down underneath the magical crop farm in my base area. We got a test rack behind here. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. So we're going to do main power. That's going to provide power over to this magnetostatic engine. We'll turn that up all the way. So now we get these bevel gears, and this is kind of an interesting thing. You can click on it with a screwdriver to see the different colors, which side is which. So the side where, the side where the magnetostatic engine is pointing is into the gray face, and then we want it to be outputting on the blue face. So right click on it with an empty hand. So gray and blue. I think that's all we have to do. Yeah, there we go. Now the output from this engine is pointed upwards. So if we put the pulse jet engine, it should now get its power from, yeah, see, it says power and torque, but it doesn't say speed. So that's interesting. I don't know, maybe we need to put the fuel in here before that happens. We also got to figure out how we're going to provide this thing power, how we're going to provide it water. That's what we need to do. Maybe we can just stick a tesseract on there or something that has water. Maybe we can grab an aqueous accumulator. I think I have, yeah, we have all these aqueous accumulators over here that we're not really using with this this bedrock project we did before when we were getting all the shale gas. I could steal one of these. Actually, I think we should. Pretty sure we don't need all of these over here. They're not being used, and they have been used for a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and take a couple of them. And I'll take that too. Okay. Got it? I think so. So now we just need to go over here, get some water, get the aqueous accumulators to collect. Let's see, how many do we have? Do we have 2 of those? Where are they? Yeah, we have 2 of them. So we could stick, oh, I don't know. I guess we could just kind of do this, just tear things up and test this out. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. So we'll get some water in there right there. Let's grab some more water. Tank. Okay, so this one's full of water. This will work. Set that guy down. And one more. Perfect. Right, so now we can just do aqueous, and then we can grab some of these pipes, the fluid ducts, and okay, fluid duct. I guess I should have lined that up a little bit better, but this is gonna work. It won't matter. And that one right there. Okay, so now, yep, this now has water to cool it. So the next thing we need to do is give it some jet fuel. So that's going to be interesting. So we saw that we needed this guy right here, the Fractionation Unit, to do such things. So let's set that thing down. Does this need power? It does. Power, speed, and torque. Okay. Looks like when I set it down, there is a green thing on the bottom. So it looks like this also requires power from the bottom. So you know what? Let's move this guy for now. And we can just stick this guy on there. And it has speed, torque, and power. Did I get the pulse jet? Where did that go? Way over here. Okay, got it. Didn't want that to let that thing to spawn. Okay, so now we need to fill this thing full of those things to make the jet fuel. Let's take a look once again. I know it's like blaze powder, coal, tar sand. Okay, I don't know how to do that. Netherrack dust, ethanol, magma cream. Tell you what, guys, let me grab these materials, get these things going. We'll check out how to make tar sand. This is something that's new. So grinder with soul sand. Oh no, grinder. No, not that, not that, not this one. Is it this one? Oh, you know what? I think we already have a grinder made. Yes, okay, so we have a grinder made. My goodness, we have to do so many things here to get this going. What was the other? Jet fuel. There was tar sand, and then there's netherrack dust. Is that okay? So that's also in the grinder. We've already made the ethanol crystals. Yep. So let me get everything together and start making some of this stuff, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. So I got all the parts together that are needed to make this thing work. We have the blaze powder, coal, netherrack dust, tar sand, ethanol crystals, magma cream, and of course gas tiers. So the only thing left to do is to turn this guy on and see what happens. So let's give this thing some power. All the way up we go. Okay, we're transferring power over here. Looks like power, speed, torque, and 0 out of 240,000. Gas tiers. Okay, so am I doing something wrong here? Blaze powder, coal, netherrack dust, tar sand, ethanol, magma cream. Blaze powder, coal, netherrack, tar, ethanol, magma cream, and a gas tier. Okay, so I have all those things in the right spot, and it does not look like it's doing anything. That's interesting. Oh, look at the tooltip at the top there. What am I looking at? It says missing ingredients. Okay, so what is missing? I don't know. Oh, you know, let's click the info on this guy. So this is the Fractionator, distills various items and refines them into jet fuel for use in some of the engines and machines. Jet fuel requires tar, netherrack dust, coal, blaze powder, ethanol, and magma cream. Additionally, gas tiers are used as a solvent but are not consumed like other items. Fuel lines connect only to the top of this machine. Okay. Require power 65,000 watts and 8,192 rads. Is this just too much? No, I mean... Okay, so we're providing it 131 kilowatts, which I believe is more than what it says that needs. Yeah, that's... Okay, so we're fine on power and speed, and we're providing it power from the bottom. So what is missing? I don't know. Tar sand. Yeah, tar sand. Okay, so let's try this. Let's just do one of each type. This is probably silly, but that's the way the recipe shows. So let's just do one of each. And are we doing anything? No, this still says 0. Okay, so the only thing I can see right now that's wrong is our speed is a little low. Maybe we'll try moving this over into the base, the spawn base that has a CVT, and we can bump that speed up a little bit. Other than that, I'm really not sure what I'm doing wrong here. So give me a moment, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so same exact setup, except now we're giving it full speed, and it seems to be working. It still says missing ingredients at the top, so maybe it was working before. It was just going so slow. It says operation time 9.95 now, and 3,000 millibuckets. So we got 3 buckets worth of jet fuel in the tank. Maybe we should start getting a bucket and pumping that out. Or, you know what, I should get one of those open block tanks. Yeah, let's grab some of these guys, and we can just pipe the fluid directly into there. So we're gonna need a Pneumatic Servo, I imagine. Let's grab one of you. We have fluid duct already, so we can just pump out of this guy. Oh, you know what? It also said that we had to pipe directly out of the top, didn't it? I don't know if this works. Hopefully it will. So we'll just do that. Stick one of these tanks right here. Yep. Okay, so Pneumatic Servo goes there, and hammer. Boom. Okay. Oh, I guess we don't need the Pneumatic Servo. It just pushes out already. Awesome. So that's a lot of fuel. Okay, so let me grab some more of those tanks. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll collect a little bit of this fuel. Okay, so how is it doing on this stuff? Oh, you know what? It doesn't seem to be using this very quickly, and it is making the fuel decently fast. So let me go ahead and make as much of this stuff as we can. Yep, let me make as much as we can, and we'll be right back, guys. Oh yeah, guys, so we made a bunch of that jet fuel. We had 4 full tanks and then a partial tank. So about 4.5 tanks worth, not too bad. We are going to pipe the jet fuel from this tank over into the pulse jet furnace. I still need to turn this thing on. Let's do that. Ignored. So that should be putting the fuel over here. Oh yeah, that stores a lot. 8,000. So I think the last thing we need to do is actually get our... Yeah, these items. I was like, where did they go? Let's put those items in there. And then we need to give this some power. And I think we should be good to go. I don't want to stand in front of that thing. It's probably going to be bad. The speed looks like we have a problem, though. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This says it requires... 131,000 rad second. And we are only giving it... about 1/10 of that. Okay, so that's a problem. Let's do this over. See if I can pull the fluids back out of this thing. Don't know if we can or not. Hopefully we can. So we'll do that. That'll dump from the pipe out. Whoops, not you. If I do this, does that not pull out of there? Oh no, we might have just lost that jet fuel. I'm probably going to have to go and grab a CVT and bring it over here to bump up the speed. And that requires a little bit of that lubricant. Let me fix this up real quick. I'm going to try and move a CVT over here, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys. So I tried one CVT, and we had full power and full torque, but the speed was about right here. So I thought, okay, let's add a second CVT on there, and that should even things out. Well, it looks like we've killed all the power and all the torque, and now we got plenty of speed. So I think we're going to have to try and bump this down. Let's try 16 on this one. 32 on the first. Nope, that's still not enough. Let's try, I don't know, 4? Oh, I hear something. Okay, so we got power, speed, and torque. Everything looks good. Ooh, we got an inductive ingot. So can I bump this up even higher? Let's try 5. Oh, nope, 5 kills it. Can't do 5. So let's do 4. 4 looks like the magic number. Oh, and this thing's starting to get red. Look at that. Does this hurt me if I stand in front of it? Nope. Okay, so that's good to know. Yeah, we got 4 of these ingots. Great, that's what we needed. It's kind of a weird thing how it's like doing... It's like all jerky and stuff. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, or if that's some kind of a glitch. Looks like we're using a little bit of that jet fuel. So that's good. We didn't waste any of that stuff. Awesome. So maybe I should just go ahead and let this smelt all of these ingots, use up this jet fuel so we don't waste it. Yeah, let me go ahead and let this finish up, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, so we went ahead and we smelted all of those inductive ingots, and yep, we have them all now. So we need to make this tier 3 upgrade, so we need to make this gold coil. Do one of those, and I should just be able to do that, and... drop these guys in there if it'll do that for me, please. Nice. Converter tier 3 upgrade. Awesome. So now we can go ahead and upgrade our magnetostatic engine to tier 3. Boom. Okay, so with this, we can bump this all the way up to 2,048 rad a second. Awesome. So let's look at the tier 4. I'm not sure what this one's going to be. And, oh, tungsten ingot. So how do you make tungsten ingot? We need a friction heater with tungsten flakes. So how do you get tungsten flakes? Clicking on it, not seeing anything. Is tungsten something we've collected from the ground already? There's nether tungsten ore, tungsten dust. Let's look it up in our system. Nope, we don't have any tungsten, so there's got to be a way to make this stuff. Tungsten grains from extra bees, tungsten flakes from HermitCraft, tungsten ingot, tungsten dust, slurry, solution. So we can get tungsten flakes somehow by smelting it, but it's not telling us how to make the tungsten flakes. Oh no. I don't know if it's only from nether that we're supposed to get this stuff. Yeah, that's really weird that doesn't say how to make these tungsten flakes. Okay, I guess this requires us to go off to the internet unless it says something in this book. Where's the handbook? About materials. Let's see if there's something we can find really quickly. Plus... Oh, here we go. What is this? Bedrock dust. This is sawdust, netherrack dust, and tar. Ore flakes, nether gold, decorative blocks, that, ethanol. Okay, aluminum powder, silver, salt, bedrock ingot, silver. Oh my goodness, so I'm not really seeing explosive shells sound awesome, but I'm not seeing how to make tungsten. Alright guys, give me a second, I'm going to go do some research, check out what we need to find out about this thing, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I went off to the wiki and I looked up on the HermitCraft, I think it was a HermitCraft wiki, and basically it says in order to get tungsten flakes, you need to get the extractor, that ore duplicating thing that Slipgator used a long time ago, and process redstone through that. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to do that today. We're going to have to build the extractor, figure out how it works, get it all powered, then get some redstone to put through it to get our flakes to put through the other item. Oh man, it's quite the process. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time.